What's good, everybody? Welcome to episode 9 of the Easy OSRS boss series. If you're new to this series, I've been going through and making guides to what I believe are the easiest bosses in old school RuneScape, so if you'd like to see which bosses I've chosen, check out the description below and take a look at some of my other episodes. If you haven't checked out my Instagram page yet, head over there now and give it a follow. I take submissions from anyone who wants to submit their awesome OSRS achievements. Whether they're PKs, drops, levels, or awesome stakes, I'll take the best ones submitted each day and shout them out. Make sure you hashtag RS Slayer Squad. Also, feel free to come hang out in my clan chat, which is the official clan chat of the Slayer Squad. We've always got people hanging out in there, maybe doing some raids or some other bosses, so don't be shy. So for this week's episode, we're going to be checking out the Chaos Fanatic, who is located a little bit past Mid-Wilderness on the western side. So there's going to be 3 different ways we can get to the Chaos Fanatic, and I'll break all 3 of them down now. Well, actually, I guess there's 4, but we are not going to run all the way out there, it is too damn far. So for the first method, we can use the Wilderness Teleport obelisks. Although they do provide quick trips around the wilderness, they aren't always reliable. Unless, of course, you have the Wilderness Hard diaries done, the obelisk will teleport you to a random location. If you have the diary done, you'll then be able to choose your location. Next method, we can use the Gorog Teleport. The Gorog Teleport is an ancient magic spell that will teleport you just north of the Wilderness Obelisk in level 44 Wilderness. This isn't a bad method to get there, but we have still got a better one. Last, we can use the Burning Amulet Teleport. The Burning Amulet Teleport will teleport us right to the entrance of the lava maze in level 41 Wilderness. This is perhaps the fastest and safest way to get there because the run to the Chaos Fanatic is so short. Once you arrive at the lava maze, run to your west just a short distance and you'll find this weird guy hobbling around. As this boss is a mage but has incredibly high melee and magic resistances, we're going to want to range him. So it is my suggestion to you that you have at least level 75 ranged or higher to use the Toxic Blowpipe. It's not absolutely necessary to use a Blowpipe, but it is the best weapon to use against him. If you can't quite afford the upkeep of a Blowpipe, a rune crossbow with broad or adamant bolts will do just fine, but I still recommend having level 75 or higher. I'll also recommend this, but it's more of a requirement. You must have level 37 or higher prayer to kill this guy. He attacks using magic and will do a lot of damage to you if you're not praying, so make sure you've got at least level 37 prayer or higher.
The Chaos Fanatic is a level 202 Wilderness demi-boss with a hit points level of 225. He is aggressive, he is not poisonous, and his maximum hit is 31. The best part about this demi-boss is that he only attacks using a magical attack. He does also have a special attack, but even though it is a magical based attack, we won't be able to use any protection prayers against it. We'll talk about how to avoid this special attack later. Another thing you'll want to keep an eye out for is his Unequipped Spell. Like the Chaos Elemental, the Chaos Fanatic has the ability to hit you with a spell and take off some of your items. In order to avoid this, simply keep your inventory full, so even if you have open spaces, just pick up some junk drops or the bones he drops just to keep your inventory full.
Checking out this guy's combat stats, we can see here that he has an attack, strength, and range level of 1, a defense level of 220, and a magic level of 200. As for his resistances, he has plus 260 to stab, slash, and crush, and plus 280 to magic. He only has a bonus of plus 80 to range, giving us further reason to only want to use ranged against him. I also want to note here that since he is a demi-boss, he does not have immunities to poison or venom, so using the blowpipe could make for some faster kills. So now for the drops. Before we get going with this, I just want to say this guy's loot is trash. He does have some okay drops, but it's mostly garbage. But we're going to talk about it anyway. The Chaos Fanatic has 2 unique drops and 1 kind of unique drop. For the first couple of unique drops, the Chaos Fanatic drops the Odium Shard 1 and the Malediction Shard 1. These shards can both be used to forge their respective shields, the Odium Ward and the Malediction Ward. If you don't know what these are, the Odium Ward is a strong shield for rangers that resembles the Obsidian Shield but is colored green, and the Malediction Ward is a strong shield for magers that also resembles the Obsidian Shield but is colored blue. Unfortunately, these are both the cheapest pieces to the wards, so they won't net you too much cash. They are both dropped at a rate of 1 in 256, giving you an overall rate of receiving one of them as a drop 1 in 128 times. The next drop, which is kind of unique, is the pet Chaos Elemental. Along with the Chaos Fanatic, the Chaos Elemental also drops this pet, but it is a lot less rare. From the Chaos Fanatic, your chances of receiving the pet are 1 in 1000, while from the Chaos Elemental, your chances drastically decrease to only 1 in 300, making it a somewhat easy pet to acquire. As for the other drops, most of them are pretty much garbage. There's only a few you'll really want to keep an eye out for, these being the Ancient Staff, which is considered a rare drop at a rate of 1 in 128, 5 noted battle staffs, split bark body, split bark legs, 50 blood runes, 175 chaos runes, and 10 wines of Zamorak. I believe everything else is way below average for an NPC of this caliber. So now let's jump into the gear setups. I'll be doing one for both the blowpipe and the crossbow. We'll start with the blowpipe setup. Keep in mind here that you will be hanging out in the deeper part of the wilderness for an extended period of time, so you're only going to want to have 3 valuable items on you at a time. We could have 4 with the Protect item prayer, but if I do happen to get a Malediction or Odium Shard drop, I would like to have the chance to protect it if I'm getting PK'd. So in this case, I'll be taking 3 good items with me. For the blowpipe setup, I'll be going with a Coif, Ava's Accumulator, Amulet of Glory, Blowpipe, Armadillo Chestplate, and Chain Skirt, Black Dehive Vambraces, and Snakeskin Boots. In my blowpipe, I'll be using Addy Darts. They aren't super expensive and they hit very nicely. This setup will give me a nice range bonus, and I'm not risking too much at all. The only significant item I lose if I die is going to be the Amulet of Glory, which, if I don't have a Ward Shard on me, I can protect using the Protect item prayer. Should I unfortunately die, I'll be protecting my Armadillo Chestplate and Chain Skirt, as well as my blowpipe. Everything else I lose is pretty much junk. My gear is pretty expensive for the items that I will be protecting, so by all means, replace the Armadillo top and bottom with Black D'hide or some God D'hide armor, whatever you can afford in this situation. Anything will apply. In my inventory, you'll see that I have 1 ranging potion, 3 prayer potions, 22 monkfish, a house teleport, and a burning amulet. The main reason I bring the glory amulet is for better hits, not for a teleport out. What I actually do, and you should too, for a teleport out, is take a short run over to the KBD lair, teleport inside there, and pop the teletab to my house where I can recharge all my stats, then teleport out to Edgeville. The KBD's lair is located in the wilderness, but is not actually part of the wilderness. If you don't have the option to recharge your stats in your house, replace the house tab with another monkfish, and just use the glory teleport back to Edgeville once you enter the KBD lair. Okay, on to setup number 2. For this setup, I'll be going with a Coif, Ava's Accumulator, Necklace of Anguish, Rune Crossbow, Book of Law, Armadillo Chestplate, and Chain Skirt, Black D'hide Vambraces, Snakeskin Boots, and my bolts will be Broad Bolts. Keep in mind, Broad Bolts give the same range strength bonus as Adamant Bolts, but are a much cheaper alternative. The setup here gives me a very strong ranged attack bonus, but at the same time the crossbow is considerably slower than the blowpipe, so the DPS won't be as good, but still not too bad. Same rules apply here though. If you'd rather not use a super expensive setup, swap out the Armadillo for hides and the Necklace of Anguish for a glory. So now that we've got all that junk out of the way, we can get into the kill strategy. Now this guy does use only a magic style attack, so as soon as you get into range, throw up your magic prayer and begin the kill. Much like one of the other demi-bosses, the Crazy Archaeologist, the Chaos Fanatic constantly babbles some different quotes, but unlike the Crazy Archaeologist, we don't need to watch out for a specific line of text. The Chaos Fanatic special attack acts exactly the same as the Crazy Archaeologist, minus the AoE damage. So what we want to do is watch out for a few slow-moving green projectiles. Make sure you're always paying attention here for 2 reasons. 1, you want to keep an eye out for those pesky PKers, and 2, this special attack is very random. Sometimes you could see a second one soon after the first, or in rare cases, one after another, although this has only happened to me once. Once the special attack is used, just move out of the way. What I like to do is run past the Chaos Fanatic to the opposite side of him, but moving around him will also work. The special attack will always be shot in the general direction of where you're standing. It is very slow moving and very easy to dodge. Most of the time I'm out here, I usually only eat 1 piece of food to pick up whatever drop that I've gotten. If you don't manage to get out of the way and end up getting hit by all 3 attacks, it could deal up to 93 damage, so we definitely want to make sure we get out of the way. So for the next minute or so, check out a kill and learn you a thing or two. See you guys soon. So there you go, everybody. You've now got the knowledge required to kill the Chaos Fanatic. As usual, I've got 100 kills worth of loot to show you guys. Killing 100 of this demi-boss took me about 2 hours to do, but could have been faster if I didn't bank every 10 kills. But before we jump into the kill, I want to show you guys this. I've killed the Chaos Fanatic many times before for Slayer tasks, but usually I only did the minimum of 3 just to get it over with quickly. I started this video with a kill count of 33 and ended up grabbing the Pet Chaos Elemental on total kill count number 47. I'm stoked I got it, and I'm even more stoked that I got it from the rarer boss that drops it. So now, onto the loot. So, after killing this guy 100 times, I only managed to grab 687k in loot. That is so unfortunate. Wow. As for supplies, I ended up using 1500 adamant darts, 3680 Zulrah scales, 15 prayer potions, and about 80 monkfish. In total, the supplies cost me 890k, so I actually managed to lose myself money while killing this guy 100 times. If you want to do the math to see how much I lost, you can, but I'm salty, so I'm not going to do it. Jagex, if you are there, fix it. I will say this, if you guys kill this with a crossbow and broad bolts, you will use more prayer potions and it will take longer, but you will have a better chance to actually turn a profit because the cost of a rune crossbow is way cheaper than a blowpipe. So if you're killing this guy for a Slayer task and you want to get it over with, blowpipe. If you're killing him for drops, crossbow. But that is going to wrap this video up. I hope you all have enjoyed this guide. If you liked it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. The more likes, the more the video shows up on suggested videos. So try and make sure more people can see this so they can pick up some tips and tricks that might help them kill the Chaos Fanatic. If you haven't already, tap that subscribe button for me on the way out. Make sure you come back and check out my next video. I think it's going to be a good one. Take it easy, everybody.